because there are so many things that your mind has not yet grasped, and that doesn't mean that it does not have a meaning, right? Hello, my loves. I am back with another video. I I think I say this every time now, but I feel great today because life is good. And today we are talking about another one of those manifestation, self help, how you can improve your manifestation journey sort of topics. There are like so many things that we don't know about our subconscious mind. There are so many things that most people don't realize about manifestation. Most people either think it's a complete woo woo or it's completely like a scientific logical phenomenon and then has like a logical reasoning and that's it. But I think the reality is nothing in this realm, nothing in this world, nothing in this physical realm that we live in is woo woo at all, because there are so many things that your mind has not yet grasped, and that doesn't mean that it does not have a meaning, right? So, today we are talking about something that if you gauge and realize, it will be so much easier to not get diverted, distracted, and sort of led astray by things that you hear, things that people say, things that happen to you, how to read into things the right way rather than reading into something in a way that discourages you, right? And also, we're gonna talk about something that happens to everybody. We don't realize that it happens to us, and because we don't realize that it happens to us, it can be rather harmful to who we are sometimes, right? Okay, so let's get into it. Today, we are talking about the power of suggestion, right? You must have already been familiar with the word suggestion because you've already heard it so many times throughout your life. You know that it means that somebody suggests something to you. There is also this word that you might be familiar with, which is called more like a phrase. It's called unsolicited advice, and it means receiving advice that you did not seek. Right now, the thing is, people are, and this is not in a sort of negative way, but people are prone to giving suggestions and advice, mostly because they want to help you, sometimes because they feel like how they do something is better than how you are doing something, right? And so yeah, people are prone to giving advice, we are prone to receiving and thinking on that advice. And now, what part does subconscious mind play in this? Our subconscious, now this is where we come into the scientific side of things, right? Our subconscious is very much prone to accepting these suggestions. Now, I will have to get a little deep into how the subconscious works. I will keep it brief because there is another video that talks about this, not entirely about all the ways our subconscious mind works in, because honestly, we don't even know yet. But there are some things that are completely clear and proven and realized that we should know. Obviously, like, you should know everything there is to be known about your own body and your own mind, right? So, important things first. Your subconscious is the sort of unconscious part of your brain. And even though it is unconscious, it is not exactly closed off to reality. Your subconscious believes everything that your conscious mind accepts, right? People will throw words at you during your entire day. but only the things that you believe, only the things that you believe out of what people say, what your thoughts are, and what you see is what your subconscious is going to accept as reality. If your subconscious accepts something as reality, it sort of manifests that into your real life more. So anything that you see around yourself is an accumulation of everything that your conscious mind accepted and then your subconscious mind believed, right? The conscious and subconscious are connected by something called a vagus nerve. Now, I'm not going to dive too deep into the scientific part of it, because in simple words, you don't need to know everything scientifically that connects your body from where and which nerve and what happens. But this vagus nerve I'm telling you about is because this word is thrown around a lot in the self-help community, and I think if you don't know what it means, it sort of sounds like gibberish. It sort of sounds like big words being thrown around that you don't understand, and then your motivation to understand sort of fades away, right? So here's what happens. You have a conscious mind, you have a subconscious mind. Where is the center of that subconscious mind? So your conscious mind is connected to a system that it works with, right? Basically, for your conscious mind to do the work that it wants to do, it has to have a system like everything else in life, right? Like your stomach, for it to digest, it has to have a digestive system. So for your conscious mind to work, there is a system that is called cerebrospinal system, right? Or cerebrospinal nervous system, because it's a system of nerves. And then there is your subconscious mind system, which is called the sympathetic nervous system. Now, both of these are basically, your cerebrospinal system is around your head in the upper area, and your sympathetic nervous system, the center of it is in the back of your stomach, right? There is this place in the back of your stomach, and you might have heard this word within any kind of sort of information or education. If you've received anything or know anything about the chakras, you must have heard the word solar plexus chakra, right? They say it's in your stomach. It's actually the center of your sympathetic nervous system. And the way your solar plexus or sympathetic nervous system and cerebrospinal nervous system are connected is by the vagus nerve. That's all you need to know right now, okay? I know it's a lot of big words, it's a lot of stuff happening, but you do not need to memorize this like you're going to write an exam. It's just something that I want to explain so that you understand where we're going with this. Now, information comes into view, right? Your conscious mind analyzes that information, and according to your previous belief system, it picks what it thinks it can accept and it keeps it, right? That then travels during your subconscious hours, or it can happen during the day also, because your subconscious system, even though it is subconscious, it doesn't ever stop working. It is actually the system that is running the functions in your body that you forget to run. Basically, your conscious mind is not running those systems. Your subconscious mind is running your systems. For example, breathing, when we are not actually like thinking about breathing, is something that happens from the subconscious, right? So when the information comes, your conscious mind either accepts or declines it, and whatever it accepts according to your belief system then travels to your sympathetic nervous system, and then your sympathetic nervous system keeps it, right? Why is suggestion so powerful? Suggestion is so powerful because even though somebody suggests something, right? Somebody says, you know, you're good at this, but you're not good at that, right? That information your conscious mind either accepts or declines. In most cases, you will accept the part that says you're good at it and decline the part that says you're not good at it because of whatever you believe. Now, two major things play a part here. First, what is the criteria on the basis of which your conscious mind is accepting this information? The criteria is your belief system. If you are confident in your abilities, if you believe that you're capable, if you believe that there are things that you can do, if you believe that whatever they're talking about is something that you're good at, both of the things, the one that they say you're good at and the one that they say you're not good at, if both of those things you believe in your belief system are things that you're good at, then you accept them as reality, right? If you think that if you have a low confidence, if you are not entirely sure of yourself, and if that is what your belief system is, then you completely believe it when they say you're not good at something. And then what happens? Since if you're not aware of what your beliefs are, you might think you've declined it, but your subconscious accepts it because your inner mind, your belief system, does not trust you enough to not accept it. And then you start believing that you're not good at that certain thing. Let me sort of align this in a stepwise situation, right? First, information comes in. Second, brain analyzes according to belief system. Third, brain accepts what it does and doesn't accept what it doesn't, but you can never be sure of what it accepts until you are sure about your belief system. So you don't know what it accepted, and that then travels to your sympathetic nervous system, which is your subconscious system, and that is then again going to create your reality. So it becomes a cycle. If you don't know how your subconscious creates your reality, you are supposed to go and watch the other video which says how your subconscious mind works. I am pinning it somewhere here, and yeah, okay, or it will be in the description, right? Go watch it if you're completely unaware of what we're talking about right now. But basically, your subconscious creates your reality. So whatever your subconscious is holding and believing is actually very, 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 very important, right? And that is why we are talking about the power of suggestion. You might have now understood how suggestion works and how powerful it can be, because it will accept negative and positive alike, right? Your subconscious will accept negative and positive alike. It will not differentiate between the two, because our conscious mind views things by good and bad, black and white, this or that. Our subconscious takes it in as energy, takes it in as neutral. It doesn't know what to accept and what not to accept. Your conscious mind is telling it what is right and what is wrong, but it is accepting all the information as the same. And so it is not filtering anything for you. That filter needs to happen so that you know exactly what your subconscious is accepting, so that you can see into your life what you want to see into your life, right? How do you filter this? You filter it by first understanding what your belief system is. If your belief system is something that you're aware of, right, it can be either it works perfectly for you or it does not work with who you want to be. And in that case, you need to change these beliefs. In a future video, I will talk about how you can change the beliefs, right? But today we are strictly talking about how this matters, because you really need to understand how it matters. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be bothered to go and change what your belief system is. Becoming aware of it is not that difficult at all. You just basically need to pay a lot more attention to what you think on the regular, how you talk, how you feel, And when you're unconsciously just blabbering in your mind to yourself, that is the most important part that you need to realize, that what am I saying? Are my thoughts more negative? Are they more positive? Am I criticizing myself? Am I uplifting myself? Do I believe I'm capable? Do I believe that I am not capable? These are the things that you need to become aware of first. And then changing it is honestly not that difficult at all. Tools for changing what your belief system is are affirmations, right? Changing the way your routine looks and doing the things that your belief system thinks are not possible for you to do in order to change those beliefs and turn them around, right? If somebody tells you that I don't believe in yoga, what will you tell them to do? Try it out, right? So if you believe that you're not good enough, what will I tell you to do? Try it out. Try believing that you're good enough. Prove to yourself by doing tasks that you think you're not capable of, and then you're able to change those beliefs slowly but surely. As long as you don't realize the power of suggestion, you will be prone to accepting within your mind things that you would not rather want to accept if you consciously think about them. And when you realize how important it is to realize this, and when you start working with it, you can really see a shift within your reality immediately, because now you're consciously guiding information through your system rather than accepting everything as it is. It's almost like you used to eat without thinking. You used to eat all of this junk food, one thing after the other, not filtering anything. And then now you've decided to eat consciously and eat with intent and eat while thinking what it is that I'm putting in my body. It's as simple as that. And that little shift creates a very big shift in your overall journey to changing your life and manifesting what you want to manifest, and even within your self help, self improvement journey, right? So, this was like a quick little thing that I wanted to explain to you guys. I've noticed that a lot of people don't even realize how important this is and what it is. So, yeah, it just popped into my mind, and I was like, let's talk about that today, right? So, yeah, there will be many more like this coming on here in the future, right? I hope this helps you within your manifestation journey. I hope you're able to incorporate the tools that I explained to you here on this channel. And yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.